So I'm sitting here driving, thinking like, do guys not open the car doors anymore for women? Like, I've had one guy do that, other than like guys in my family. And like, what happened to that? Can we bring that back?
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Cosmic Verse titled, Why Don't Men Pursue Women Anymore? You know, I hear this question from women all the time, and every time I hear it, it makes me laugh. The answer is very simple, okay? The reason why men are not pursuing you anymore is because they don't think that it's actually worth it. And until modern women become worth pursuing, men are typically just going to walk away in larger and larger numbers. But let's jump into the video and see what it says. Don't forget to leave your comment.
Okay, guys, I'm 29, feeling fine, but we have an issue. It's October 2024. The last time I was taken out for dinner was April 2022. That's 2.5 years ago.
This woman is almost 30 and she's complaining about how nobody bought her dinner in over 2 years. You know, I know fully grown adult men, okay, who have never been bought dinner a day in their lives, or if they have, it's probably been like, you know, when they were a kid or over a decade ago. Like, women like this are just so out of touch, guys.
I was one day over the age of 26. It was my 27th birthday. I'm nearly, closer to 30. Am I ugly? Is that even an issue? I mean, am I? Surely not, but like, I guess maybe. Why does no one want to go on a date with me? Take me out for dinner. I don't know. Be nice.
If a woman is expecting a man to be nice and buy her dinner just to feed her own ego, then that woman can at least pretend to be nice herself and not just demand that a man buy her a meal just to make her feel better about herself.
Are we just not doing like chivalry anymore? Are men just no longer caring about any respect towards women in the sense of like holding doors? I just left the gym, hence why I'm like sweaty and look like a dude. I get it, but I'm walking out of the gym, open the door for a young guy who's walking in. He just like walks right by me while I'm holding the door, doesn't look up from his phone, doesn't say thank you, just fucking walks in. Is that how it is now? I see it all the time. Like, our young Gen Alpha, Gen Z men no longer holding doors or saying thank you? Okay, just a little rant.
Even if that guy opened the door for her, it wouldn't change her worldview. She expects all men to hold open the door for her simply because she's a woman, but it doesn't work that way anymore.
Okay, so hear me out real quick. Why do men go for single women? Why are you trying to talk to a single woman when she's probably got like 30 other guys talking to her? Therefore, you're in competition with 30 different guys.
They aren't, because most men have gotten this memo. They're either working, chilling, or maybe ignoring people.
I went on a date a while back with a guy. First date, we met at a place. And second date, we also met somewhere. Third date, I let him come pick me up from my home.
This woman has no business complaining. She has no idea how rare it is for a woman like her to actually get a third date from the same guy. She should honestly be counting her blessings that she was actually this successful.
I walked out to his car. He didn't open my door. He went into his car. I stood there for a while. He didn't open my door. Now let me just be very clear. One of the things that I tell men right up front is I am interested in dating a gentleman who has intentional dating in mind. Chivalry is actually very attractive to me, which means you open my door. So I'm not going out with him anymore. No.
I'm sure that man is just absolutely devastated that she doesn't want to go out with him again. You know, he's probably regretting the fact that he didn't open the car door for her. He's probably breaking down crying right now, you know?
Why is chivalry dead? Like, why do I get home from a date, or girls that I know get home from a date and they're like, he opened the door for me, he paid for my food, he walked me to the door, I love him, he's such a gentleman. It's like, no! That's what he's supposed to do! Why do we become so acclimated to thinking that behavior, that is the bare minimum, is all of a sudden, like, so hard to find? I don't understand where the gap is. Why can't we, like, raise our men to, like, just do that always and forever?
She's not angry that chivalry is dead, she's just angry that she can't get a date, and she's furious that all of her friends are getting dates and meeting good men. She just can't bring herself to be pleasant, so she gets angry instead.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Australian guys just don't really understand how to pull out a chair, open a door, let a lady walk out in front. And I'm so sorry, I don't want to offend anyone, I really don't, but like, why? Why?
Shout out to chivalrous. Did I say it right? Chivalrous. Whatever it is. Those type of men. I literally just saw a man open the door for his wife, his girlfriend. I don't know who it was, but it was just the sweetest thing, and I love to see it. Shout out to y'all.
If you were to ask a modern woman to give a concrete definition for the word chivalry, she'll just list off a bunch of things that a man is supposed to do for her. They actually have no idea what the word means.
We are chilling today, and I just want to know, is chivalry dead? Are we really in a sassy man apocalypse? Should I be asking men out on dates? Like, should I be telling Ben, let me buy you a drink? Because you know what, bitch, I'll buy you a drink. But then I'm gonna want that ass. It's like, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. But yes, I just want to know, like, you know, how do you be in love anymore? Do people want love? Nobody wants to be loved. Everyone's broken. Everyone's hurt.
If you ask most average men, they wouldn't mind having a caring and loving relationship with a woman. The problem is that these women are incapable of doing that. They are oftentimes too selfish and too rude.
Do you want to know what it's like to be single and dating? Somebody just asked me to go get day drunk as a first date on a Thursday. Yeah, day drunk. And they say chivalry is dead. God, I hate it here.
Really quick, is chivalry dead? Like, actually? Because I opened a door for a girl and she looked at me strange. And it was just out of a kind gesture. Yeah, of course she was cute. I mean, but I opened doors for old ladies. And she looked at me like I was like hitting on her. I never asked her a number. I just said, hey, excuse me, ma'am, let me open this door for you. That's it. What the f***?
When modern women complain that men aren't opening doors for them, what they're actually complaining about is objectively attractive men not opening doors for them and, you know, striking up conversations and that sort of thing.
I actually didn't think that splitting the bill was a real thing. Like, I thought that people were joking about it. And then I had some of my girlfriends who were like, no. Like, I went on a date and I had the guy literally be like, okay, so you had, like, you know, the tea, I had, and I was like, what? And then whenever I talk about it or make fun of it, people call me a gold digger. And I'm like, what? Like, this has nothing to do with that. It's like a basic gesture of chivalry to me.
Because some women abused this moment. They just did this a lot of dates just to eat. We know these cases, and like that's why men became also very careful about this.
Men got tired of being used. Modern women see men as service providers. They only exist to serve their every whim, and we have to be grateful to bask in her presence. But they're having a hard time figuring out that the free ride is actually just over.
A lot of it also has to do with how much like women in this part of the world got so passionate of this idea of feminism that has gone a little too far. Like this I don't need no man idea is like, to me it's just it's bizarre.
Feminism didn't go a little too far. It completely destroyed countless women, and they're expecting the men they've been openly ridiculing to swoop in and fix everything so that they don't have to.
I have a controversial opinion when it comes to dating. So guys are usually the ones that need to make us the prize, put us on a pedestal, put in the effort, plan dates, initiate conversation, do all of that stuff. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't do that, but as a woman, I feel like I should be putting in effort too. I feel like I should also plan a date here and there. Hey, what are you doing Friday? Let's go do X, Y, and Z. I can initiate conversation, say, hey, good morning, how are you today?
It's unbelievable how something as simple as a woman contributing to a relationship is somehow considered a controversial opinion. This is how far we have fallen as a society.
The way I look at it is I am looking for my prize as well. We're kind of both prizes for each other. So we should both be putting in effort and both be putting in work to hopefully get our prizes. I don't know. I'm also pathetically single, so What do I know?
If this woman is saying all of the right things but is also pathetically single, then she's only telling men what they want to hear. If she actually practiced what she preached, she wouldn't be single, she would be with a good man.
Let me get this straight. The guy I just started talking to goes 24 hours without texting me. And according to many of you that commented on my last video, I should block him, I should forget about him, he's a piece of crap, yada yada yada. But according to another large chunk of you who have commented on my previous videos, why should it always be up to the guy to text me? Why can't I initiate a conversation? You see the little dilemma we got here?
The reason why modern women feel like they shouldn't have to initiate a conversation is because they don't feel like they should have to. Lifting a finger to make a potential relationship work is strictly the man's job, apparently.
And you might feel otherwise, but in my opinion, if I just started talking to a guy, he doesn't know me shit. If I don't hear from him within 24 hours, I can text him. Think this is the only time I'll use the "it works both ways" argument. I don't think I'm just gonna leave it up to the guy to text me. Like, I'm fully capable of texting him as well. Just to reiterate, I'm like stressing this is like for the beginning of a relationship. Like, we just started talking. I think different rules apply when like you're in a relationship or when like you're steadily dating. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Because this seems to be a little like conflict we got going on here.
If a woman is only initiating a conversation at the beginning of a relationship, then she's lying to a man. She's just trying to get him interested, only to demand more and more later on as she gives less and less.
If I end up paying on the first date, I will never have a second date. And hear me out. Whenever I go out on dates, I have this horrible habit of always just paying the bill, but the reason being is because I don't want to sit at the table when the tab comes and we're both just staring at it. That to me, especially if you're just on a first date, is so freaking awkward, and I never even let it get to that point. I will always just take out my card right away and, put the bill down for the both of us. I feel like if you're getting invited out, it's a first date, ideally the guy should be the one offering their card or being like, oh, no, I got it. I'll take care of it.
It seems like she'll never get past the first date either way. Either she'll demand that the man pay and he'll lose interest, or he'll split the bill and she will lose interest. It's just a different road that leads to the same place.
To me, it just shows that they can take care of the lady. They're respectful, they're responsible, and I don't know, it's just a moral type of thing, Like I said, I have no problem paying. I have more than enough money. I can afford it, so that's not the issue. But it's more so the principle behind it. If we go on multiple dates, I don't mind paying here and there. It's fair. It's just fair. But if I pay on the first date, I know there's not going to be a second one. If you can't be willing to pay on the first date, are you going to be willing to pay for the rest of our life together? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Bye!
It is insane how a woman will judge a man's ability to be a good husband based on whether or not he's willing to pay for the first date. And just by the way, there are lots of guys out there who are incredibly wealthy who like to go on inexpensive dates because they want to weed out women who are just using him for resources. So, food for thought there.
I just really want single men to know that when you wrong one of us, when you ghost a woman, when you treat her horribly on a first date or a second date or a third date, the rest of us know. Single women have Facebook groups, texting groups. When you treat one of us badly, we all know, and we will ruin you.
If a woman has to resort to petty threats just because a guy ghosts her, then she's already decided to spend the rest of her life alone. Men don't respond well to threats of shaming just because she's bitter and pissed off. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.